Hi guys, today I'm heading off to a Ford social media event. Today I get to, trade in the Kia for a day and a half to drive the brand new Ford Fusion. I'm on my way to pick up Michael Kwan, and we hope to have a lot of fun. Have you driven the Ford lately? Okay, so we just picked up Michael Kwan.
Yeah.
He's barely awake.
No, I'm not awake.
Let's do this.
So we're here.
We are here.
But we found the best parking spot apparently.
Yes. All right, so me and Michael have just registered for the Ford Fusion Drive. They asked for a valid driver's license, but they actually never checked. Do you have a valid driver's license? So we just got out of the Ford Fusion press briefing. I guess we're the only vloggers in here. Everyone's like super serious auto journalist people. Oh, no Pokemon.
We are driving a $34,000 vehicle.
Only 34,000?
Yeah, so it's not quite a top. It is all-wheel drive. 34 sticker, 43 out the door. Are you recording? Yes, apparently this slot is very good for you to put your phone in case you want to do Pokemon Go on the... Go?
Yeah, that works.
There's a bunch of different areas so you can, go the audio to turn on the music and nav to see the navigation and phone and so forth. But there's also a section called apps. So when you tap on apps, there's supposed to be some connect mobile apps that you can have connected to your smartphone while you're driving. Unfortunately, Pokemon Go is not one of those mobile apps.
Remember that movie, Night at the Roxbury, with Will Ferrell and a very young Chris Kattan? Michael is just demonstrating how if that movie were to be shot in this vehicle, they would never be able to break the glass when they did this. Michael has also noticed that when he tries to lean his elbow up on the window, he is also unsuccessful. So the passenger and the driver's side cabin inside the Ford Fusion is actually quite spacious. So there's definitely a lot more room in this vehicle than anything from the 90s. All right, so we've just made it to Brown's Social House.
Yes.
In Mission, BC, after driving the new Ford Fusion from YVR Airport all the way here. Michael, what are your impressions?
It's a really comfortable ride actually. Bigger, wider than I thought it was. GPS was reasonably accurate. It's just that I found that some of the directions came up a little bit too late. It would be nice if there was a little bit more warning, but we got here, so that's good.
Apparently, there are Pokemon here. Check it out. So it's not a wasteland. All right, so first initial driving impressions. Getting into the car, I noticed immediately that Michael slouches
but I like the range of adjustment. So if you're a sloucher, or even if you're someone who drives upright, I think you'll find that the adjustment range is actually quite adequate. There's lumbar support in both the passenger and the driver's seat, and although everything is well laid out, I do like the steering wheel. I find the mirrors quite small, and I think Michael echoes my sentiment on this. The other thing that I found that was a little bit odd, and Michael thought so too, is that even with all of the gadgets, all the electronics in here, the steering wheel is still a manual adjustment for telescopic and also for tilt. So, you know, that part doesn't reflect the refinement that Ford talked about, but at the same time though, you know, the cabin's well laid out, it's comfortable, and like Michael, I can't lean my elbow up here, but I can lean and be quite comfortable in this particular space. While you're in normal drive mode, it seems to be a lot more comfortable, softer feeling and everything like that. But once you stick it into the S mode here on the rotary dial, it does sharpen the turn-in response. You definitely feel that. The other thing you feel is that you have a higher revving engine, so your vehicle is a little more responsive. I would probably leave the car in this mode, but I'm pretty sure that if you do leave this car in this mode, you'll be less economical, especially if you're driving for long distances to catch those very rare Pokemon.
This morning, Ford Canada stuck us with the hybrid. I know that hybrids are for people that probably hate driving, but what do you think, Michael?
Well, I'm interested to see if there's any difference in performance, like if it actually feels any slower or faster or anything. Just starting up the car right now, I noticed that the gas tank is full, but the battery is basically empty. So I wanted to see like how it recharges, because it's supposed to have regenerative braking, but I want to see if, you know, with the engine running, does that regenerate the battery and stuff too?
All I know is that this isn't going to be a McLaren P1 or anything like that. So.
So we're back in our regular vehicle now, and kind of my final impressions of the Ford Fusion. It's difficult to come to any kind of real conclusion because we only had a few hours with the vehicle, but what I can tell you is that the car is very quiet and comfortable. Ford has done a great job offering a lot of technology and a lot of choice. So you do get heated and cooled seats, GPS, lane keeping system, as well as a lot of engine choices ranging from the 1.5 liter EcoBoost up to a hybrid to get you up to like over 900 kilometers of range. First impressions, very positive. I think it's definitely a car that you should consider if you're looking for a mid-size sedan.
As Michael alluded to, we only had a few hours with the car. Actually, maybe only 2 or 3 hours with the car in succession, so it's very difficult for anyone to be able to tell whether or not a vehicle is good or not. The car itself is not a huge departure from the original Fusion design from last year and the year before. It's still the same looking vehicle with a lot more technology and a lot more engine options packed into it. From electric all the way to a 325 horsepower beast of an engine for those looking for a bit more performance. We had the chance to drive the 2-liter EcoBoost engine, and that was sufficiently peppy, so I can't wait to see what the sport model would do for us. But overall, great car, great platform to build on, and you know, I just can't wait to maybe spend some more time with it or even see what they do with it in the future.